he wants to, much like Madison Cawthorn, sort of reveal stuff on his way out. So George Santos, as he's possibly going to be expelled, says, I have colleagues who are more worried about getting drunk every night with the next lobbyist than they're gonna screw and pretend like none of us know what's going on and sell off the American people, not show up to vote because they're too hungover, whatever the reason is, or not show up to vote at all and just give their card out like effing candy for someone else to vote for them. This dude is not mad at all. If you take anything away from this, he's not mad. And she's laughing, in fact, just out of frame. They all act like they're in ivory towers with white pointy hats and they're untouchable. What's with the white? When I hear white pointy hats, I think bad, not like an academic. A white pointy hat. Is he like thinking of wizards?
Is that like clergy? Like the Catholic? I don't know. Are those pointy hats?
But the ivory tower is supposed to be like elite academia. I think he's thinking of wizards. Anyway, within the ranks of the United States Congress, there's felons galore. There's people with all sorts of shisty backgrounds. I don't even like that. But anyway, he's talking about them. They're all drunks. They're all out sleeping with lobbyists. Like, this does feel to me like the Madison Cawthorn thing, where he was exposed to some of this, and now he's sort of setting fire to them on his way out. I don't know. The issue is that he's such a liar, Jayar. How do we know which of this we can really trust?
Looks like going nuclear only happens once they see themselves going out. You made a good comparison to Madison Cawthorn. Who, once he started going nuclear, whether accidental or by leaked video, it was the thing that broke the camel's back, put it that way. It's what finally made enough Republicans go, okay, we can't with this guy anymore. Which then, makes your ears perk up and go, this is the thing that finally makes you guys go upset? There's things that have been publicly stated, directly asked to folks, where only folks like Mitt Romney came out from the beginning saying, kick him out of here. So for everyone else that doesn't seem to be on that train, including the leadership at the time, Kevin McCarthy even, over and over again, current leadership now doing a Kevin McCarthy as well, they cared about his vote all the way up until he starts, I'm not gonna say it like it only just right now because there was other New York Republicans that came out ahead of him. But once they know that enough people have turned on them, that's when they go to these types of attacks. Maybe it's just the most salacious, so it's easy to throw that out there. Or maybe there's always some percentage of truth to it. Because again, there's a reason why Congress doesn't really do all that much, and many people hate them in general. Just outside of the propaganda from party to party type of fights. But people don't really see what Congress is up to much than anything else. So there probably is some truth to a lot of irresponsibility around their voting or showing up on time or being in particular places when they need to be. I don't know, but I'm willing to believe it.
Yeah, look, that's obvious. The fact that they have clung to him up until this point, and then they might want to show that they're awesome by kicking him out makes them look bad. But also for George Santos, wait, so you've been seeing all of this stuff for like a year or two now, and now you're only telling us? Yeah. Like, it seems like you don't really care about them being unqualified for their jobs and screwing people over and getting drunk on. Like, it seems like you're only using that now that you're about to be kicked out of the club. That's weird. That maybe makes all the rest of them look bad, but it doesn't make you look good at that point. Yeah. Neither do your cover stories. He sort of concludes this long rambling interview that he does by saying that his decision not to seek re-election was not because of external pressure. It's because of his frustration with the arrogance of his colleagues. No, it wasn't. If you didn't think that you were going to be arrested or expelled, you'd be running again. Look, I'm wondering where he goes from here. Like, you would think once he loses a little bit of political power that he has, combined with the fact that he has no credibility, that should be it. But it's America, man. You can screw people over time and time again and still be rich and famous. So God only knows what's coming after this. I'm guessing podcast. I don't know.
You have to go independent on that, because
probably.
Don't forget, they only not care that he's gay because he's in Congress. Once he's out,
that's true.
They don't care. They in fact will actively dislike him.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.